A report by the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute has shown that military expenditure in Europe shot up by 13% in 2022, its steepest year-on-year increase in at least 30 years. Military expenditure by states in Central and Western Europe totaled $345 billion in 2022. For the first time, this spending surpassed that of 1989, the period when the Cold War was ending. Economist Pierre de Gaulle, the grandson of former French President Charles de Gaulle, has recently told the French newspaper Le Parisien that the United States provoked a conflict in Ukraine to turn Europe into a vassal. De Gaulle is not the only European expert holding such a point of view regarding the sharp military spending increase.
U svakom slučaju vidimo da je rat u Europi, odnosno rat u Ukrajini bio taj koji je. Europa sad to pokušava dodatno nadoknaditi i dodatno opremiti svoje arsenale koji su na neki način sada ispražnjeni. Pa definitivno što imate više naoružanja, to u stvari je manja sigurnost, ako ćemo iskreno. Na to što sama količina naoružanja objektivno smanjuje u svakom slučaju sigurnost, jer naravno povećava mogućnosti i eskalacije sukoba, povećava mogućnosti odljeva tog oružja i streljeva iz skladišta.
We live in a very unstable international environment at the moment. I think in the context of this change of thinking in the United States,
and experts worry that Europe may spend more on the military in the coming years.
Now a number of European NATO states are spending and are certainly within the next couple of years will be spending that 2% threshold indicated by NATO, and some will be spending more.
However, a self-serving United States never truly treats its allies as friends. The EU's strict sanctions against Russia following America have led to a tense energy supply, increased inflation, and a cost of living crisis across Europe. Meanwhile, American companies exporting energy are making a fortune. According to a report by oilprice.com, U.S. natural gas exports to France increased by 421% during the first 8 months of last year. LNG prices increased by 1,094% in August alone.
بدون شك انتهزت الولايات المتحدة هذه الأزمة في تعزيز مصالحها الاقتصادية لشركاتها. لم تطلب ذلك من منتجي الغاز الصخري في الولايات المتحدة لخفض الأسعار بالنسبة للأوروبيين، بل بالعكس شجعتهم على رفع الأسعار وانتهاز هذه الفرصة. وبالتالي
While grappling with the energy crisis and high inflation, Europe has to spend more on the military.
There will be more military costs. That means decreasing social expenditure in Europe.
There's definitely a lot of competition for resources, especially during a time when defense spending is increasing. If defense spending increases, then that's putting pressure on resources that might be spent in other directions. But whether it's defense, whether it's education, whether it's social welfare, which of course Europe has traditionally had a high level of commitment to social welfare spending. All these budgets are under pressure, and it's very much dependent on the overall economy working effectively, and that's a big question.
While the European economy is bleeding to die, its ally, the United States, is benefiting from the increased military expenditure. European officials have accused the Americans of making a fortune from the conflict, while EU countries suffer. A senior official complained to the American magazine Politico, "The fact is, if you look at it soberly, the country that is most profiting from this war is the US, because they are selling more gas and at higher prices, and because they are selling more weapons."